Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from section 2, group 10. Our title is Challenge of Implementation Lean Manufacturing in the Automotive Industry. My name is Muhammad Azli Hakimi bin Azhar, and I will present about the introduction of the project. First, lean manufacturing is the performance-based process used in manufacturing organization to increase competitive advantage. Second, it is to focus on the elimination of waste or non-value-added step within an organization. During 1950 and 1960, Toyota Motor Company, who considered the leader in lean manufacturing technique, started using the technique in that year. Despite the 1973 oil crisis, Toyota Motor Company saw an increase in earnings and was able to maintain its market share growth, outperform its rival in terms of quality, dependability, cost, delivery, after-sales service. Lastly, the purpose of this study is to provide some learning from exploring and investigating the level of perceptions on the importance and extent of practice with respect to critical success factors for lean manufacturing implementation. Problem statement of the project is: first, to keeping up with the changing technology, part shortage, and access to technical information. Second, it is how to explore and investigate the level of perception on the importance and extent of practice with respect to critical success factors for lean manufacturing implementation. Objective of the project is, first, to find the essential variable to implement lean manufacturing practice. Second, to determine the steps of an automotive industry for successful implementation of lean practice. And lastly is to determine the most challenging factor or issue an automotive industry interface during lean manufacturing. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Lutfi Irfan bin Ahmad Termidi, and I will explain about the literature review. In this section, we discuss in detail about literature study related to obstacles and challenges of implementation lean manufacturing in the manufacturing industry, especially automotive or motorsport. Lean manufacturing is defined as a strategy for achieving significant continuous improvement in performance through the elimination of all waste of resources and time in the total business process. Based on the literature review, the first research is titled Lack of Management Leadership Support Scatters Lean Effort, wrote by Larry Rubridge in 2022. The finding from the research is this lack of a common goal and teamwork is causing the company cannot prove and implement lean manufacturing. Second, critical success factors for lean implementation within SMES, wrote by Achanga P, Shihab, Eroy R, and Nilder G in 2006. And the finding is the success of lean manufacturing application is dependent on four important factors, which is leadership and management, financing, skills and knowledge, and an organization's supporting organizational culture. Third, five factors contributing to the manufacturing skills gap, wrote by David Immerman in 30 July 2019, and the finding is major shortage is a major influence of the manufacturing skills gap and affecting lean manufacturing. Next, the title of the research is How Inefficiency Negatively Impacts Your Business, wrote by Marina Martin in 26 March 2016. And the outcome from the research is older machinery produce more errors than their more efficient counterparts. Next, the effect Attitude Has on Workplace Productivity, wrote by Chris Joseph in 2022. And the finding from the research is a positive or negative attitude affects how workers approach their jobs, and attitudes can have a ripple effect on those around them. After that, the next research is study and implementation of lean manufacturing in the garment manufacturing company, Bangladesh perspective, wrote by Ripan Kumar Chakraborty in 2011. The findings from the research is explore alternative procedures that can lead to reduce the waste of time and reduce the queuing inside the processes, and agreement with lean manufacturing technology. Next research is titled Competitive Advantage of Lean Manufacturing over Traditional Manufacturing, wrote by Singh Binod Kumar, Bachandan, and Pandurangan Visvesvaran in 2011. The finding from the literature study is systematic technique to detecting and decreasing waste via continual improvement of product processes as shown by Japanese company like Toyota. And last, the title of the research is Lean Manufacturing to Lean Enterprises. And it is wrote by Disit Abhishek, Patel Sanjay, and Disit Anupam in 2011. And the outcome of the research is for the successful implementation of lean manufacturing, we have to overcome these kinds of barriers, which will help us to improve the performance of the organization. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Abdul Alias and my matrix number is CN190050. I will presenting discussion on the challenge faced by automotive manufacturer implemented lean manufacturing. Okay, for the main strength is its ability to reduce manufacturing costs through elimination of waste, and it also can guide a company to become a world-class organization if it well implemented. By eliminate waste has made substantial impact on manufacturing companies. Two main objectives of this study are to investigate the differences in level of perception and practice on critical success factors. Okay, as a table 1 shown, the overall mean value for each CSF to investigate the perception of the important and extent of practice in the automotive component industry. Okay, for the table, the highest for CSF mean values on perception of the important management commitment and leadership, quality management, customer management, and continuous uh, customer management and continuous improvement, which is 4.41, 4.41, 4.46, and 4.42 respectively. Where it's rate for this CSF as very important. However, the value for extent of the practice of this factor are 3.79, 3.73, 3.79 and 3.73 respectively, which means there is moderate practice. Besides that, for these important factors for CSF, mean values on perception are supplier management, feasible lean practice, human resources, and empowerment of employee, which is 4.18, 4.14, 4.14 and 4.18 respectively. Where its rate for these values as least important. In terms of extent of practice, these factors are least practice, which mean values 3.42, 3.54, 3.40, and 3.42 respectively. So from this analysis must be fully implemented and practiced in order to success in lean manufacturing implementation. So for the top management and employees should have same objective toward achieving the vision and mission of the companies. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Alim Bahudin. Now I will explain about our conclusion of this project. Okay, basically there is 5 point of our conclusion in this project, and the first point is the effectiveness of lean manufacturing is depend on how the company culture changing. Without a change in the organization's culture and a clear direction provided by the leadership team, it is difficult to maintain the lean strategy. The leadership must first establish an enabling environment by modeling the behaviors that build and maintain mutual trust between leaders and employees. Next, combines tools together with the lean culture and philosophy. This holistic approach has proven to be far more effective than partial implementation. The third is lean is not exaggerated, prevents suboptimal result and corporate anorexia. This foundation of Lean is all about standardization. This is because Lean cannot work effectively without stable and standard processes. Next is train and realize the workforce for standardization in cooperation. It is important to train the workforce for standardized practice and make them realize that standardization can be in their own best interests. Because a cooperating workforce is essentially for every lean initiative. Leaders need to have the technical expertise to apply lean thinking and the abilities to help their staff. And last is working with reputable, skilled lean coach who can assist with internal leader identification, development, and training is one of the strategy that many firms use to establish this capability. That's all. Thank you.